How you folks all doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on December 31st, 2021. ESO news, luxury merchant, and golden merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. First up in the news. Now may be your last chance to save on crown packs and on Elder Scrolls Online. Now until basically the 1st for Xbox, the 6th for PlayStation, and about the 3rd or the 4th for Stadia and PC users. You're going to have a chance to get yourselves reduced prices on all these items, but you got to get in there now before it changes. Crown packs are getting about 40% off for 21k crowns and about 20% off for about 1.5k crowns. Get in there now. Also, you have until the 4th to complete any new life stuff that you want. Go in there, get your Impresario tickets. Hopefully you have all the fragments you need to get your house, and also get any mementos or anything else you want out of the way now before the event ends on the 4th. Let's take a look at the luxury merchant and the golden merchant for this week, shall we? So this week on the luxury merchant, we have a bunch of Orcus banners, figurines, gazebo. The gazebo I actually kind of like. It's nice and big. A sarcophagus for the warrior this time. I don't really think is really worth the cost. Several totems. And an Orsinium well covered, which is actually a nice little item. As you can see, it kind of has a bit of geometry there. So yeah, probably recommend the gazebo and the well out of these items. But if you're an Orsinium fan or just a fan of orcs, you might want to just pick this up for yourself. Now on the golden merchant this week, for under 50k, you can get Griffin's Ring, which gives you a bunch of critical chance, some spell damage and weapon damage, and when you deal direct damage, you gain minor force and a minor expedition for 10 seconds, increase your critical damage done by 10%, and your movement speed by 15%. I think this is an okay set for new players who are just getting used to the game. Might need a little bit of that extra speed and damage, but for gold value, not the greatest. I would probably skip it. Instead, do the Somerset chapter where this drops from just a few geysers. You can probably have a full set of this. Also for under 50k, Seneschal's Defender's Ring, stamina, health, magicka, and when you deal damage with non-heavy attacks, it grants you a persistent stack of Seneschal's Duty, up to 10 stacks. After completing a full charged heavy attack, restore 757 stamina and magicka for each stack of Seneschal's Duty consumed. You can only gain one stack of Seneschal's Duty every 1 second. Not really that great. I'd probably say skip this. This requires that, again, you do a fully charged heavy attack with it, with that 1 second delay. I mean, at best, it's giving you 757 stamina and magicka recovery. But that's, again, like, after you've already used up all these other stacks here. I just can't see this being useful. So I would recommend simply skip this one. It's not worth it. For 250k, Ring of the Dreadking Slayer. Weapon damage, spell damage, critical chance, and gain major brutality and sorcery at all times. Increase your weapon damage and spell damage by 20%. When you kill an enemy, you gain major expedition for 8 seconds, increasing your movement speed by 30%. This actually would be pretty good for PvP, I believe, just simply because it gives you that major brutality and sorcery, which you don't have to have on another skill on your bar. And it also gives you that major expedition when you actually do kill an enemy. Probably low B PvP, more than a high B PvP. I'm sure that there's other builds that are better suited for that. However, do you want to get this off the golden merchant? It's up to you. I think you can get this. I think you can farm this easier than buying it. But if you have the money to spend, or if you have the AP to spend, maybe you want to pick up a pair for yourself. Then finally, Frozen Watcher's Ring for 250k. Stamina, health, stamina, and summon a blizzard around you when you're blocking, inflicting 813 frost damage every 1 second for 6 meters. The spec scales off your max health. Your blizzard has a 15% chance to inflict shield status on enemies damaged. I'd skip this one. It seems interesting for a block build, but the frost damage is really minimal. At best, I could say you could use this for PvP, but that frost damage is going to be cut in half. Chilled status is always nice to have, but you have other things that give you better chances to give chilled. On top of that, maybe a Forward Warden at best, but this is really for a tanky build. My opinion, probably just skip it. Then for 100k, Pirate Skeletons, guys, which is pretty easy to get out of Blackheart Haven, I would skip this one. And then Celtrix's guys, which comes out of Arxconium, pretty easy to get. Some people do use this, but it's so easy to get out of Arxconium, I'd probably just skip it and just run the dungeon instead. Anyway, I'm Hero of None. That's Mundus Minute. And also, since it's the new year, I just want to give a mention as well. We're probably going to have a few things changing on the channel next year. I'm going to try archiving some of the older videos that we've had out there. We're going to try putting out new videos regarding just basic tips, how to play ESO, and a few new user guides. Just simply because it's been so long since I put out any of that new stuff as well. We'll also have the Blackwood and Deadwood chapter quests put on the channel. And I hope to see you all in the new year. Meantime,